No, I hate.
You know,
Yeah,
that's
I
one thing I hate
know.
about social media.
I don't know what my. I don't even know. They're so good. Yeah, now I got, bro. Now I hit 153 subscribers. Absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. I love LA Knight. But let me see. Okay, everybody, what's up? We're live here at MTG Gaming along with Jose the Ocho. We're here to talk some wrestling MTG Gaming. So I hope everybody enjoys this good conversation. Hope you guys enjoy the gameplay as well, because this game is, well, ask that question, Jose. What were you gonna ask me?
I haven't got it yet. You did.
Okay. So far, I need to still complete the John Cena showcase mode, which is fine. It's just that everything is pretty much the same like 2K22. It's just that the only difference is, to me, is that the reversals are a little more tricky.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Entrance team and everything, right?
Yeah, everything on here is pretty much good. It's just that... Oh, and they also added war games on here. As you guys can see right here, there's
The one that we got in Survivor Series, right?
Yeah, and
oh, wow.
And it was out, but you can't play at Survivor Series on War. Wait, yes you can. Yeah, yes you can. I'm sorry. Yes, you can play Survivor Series War games. Like, I want you to. Like, I'm gonna point my camera to you, right quick. Let me show you this. Look there. I could play War games if I wanted to.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Well, I can show that on.
That's a good selection there.
Yep. That's cool that they finally added that in WWE games.
Well, it wasn't a little long, so I think you gave them time to print it.
Yeah, and this is the first. This is the first 2K that ever had that ever had war games.
Oh, wow. The pay-per-view. There's a Backlash, right? Castle.
Yes, Clash at the Castle. That's where I normally fight at, because that's where I've been fighting at lately.
Yeah.
Because because Clash at the Castle is actually a cool paper. It looks cool, you know.
Besides SummerSlam, Survivor Series, Royal Rumble,
all the
Day One, right?
All the pay-per-views are in it.
Day One too, right?
Yep, Day One as well.
I know it got canceled out.
Yeah, let me show you all the arenas here. Okay, let's start off here. Okay, look, here's Backlash 2003, Clash at the Castle, Day One.
There you go.
ECW One Night Stand 2006.
Oh, wow.
Elimination Chamber, the one that happened at Saudi Arabia. Extreme Rules. That's where it was at, Saudi Arabia, right?
Yeah. And you have main event too, right? If I'm mistaken.
Yep, you have main event. There's Hell in a Cell. There's Hell in a Cell 2009. And here's a high school gym. And here's
Is that a performance center or no?
No, that was a high school gym. That's King of the Ring, and this is the high school gym.
Oh, wow.
Here's main event.
Now, does it have a Thunderdome?
Yes, it has Thunderdome. I'm gonna show you everything, Jose. Let me see. It has.
That's what I want to see, the Thunderdome. If we can get in a Thunderdome game.
Here's NXT 2021, NXT 2.0, NXT, the one for today, Night of Champions 2008, New Year's Revolution 2006. That's the one where Edge beat John Cena for the WWE title, cashing in his Money in the Bank. There's Money in the Bank.
First one.
Yep, there's Money in the Bank right there. NXT Great American Bash. I love this arena. So is this one, NXT In Your House.
Yeah, they got the In Your House one too.
NXT Level Up. NXT New Year's Evil.
Wow.
NXT Stand and Deliver. NXT UK. 2005 Raw. The Thunderdome.
There it is.
And the Raw of today. The Queen's Crown tournament. The Performance Center?
There you go.
The Performance Center? They didn't have that in 2K22.
Well, you had a pandemic, so you had to review something like that.
Yep. NXT's War Games. Oh, they did have the Thunderdome in 2K22. So it's nothing new.
Oh, okay, I forgot about that one.
There's Royal Rumble.
I forgot to say, 205 Live is no longer, right?
Nope, 205 Live is no longer in here, but NXT Level Up is in here. There's Royal Rumble, the one where Roman Reigns fought Seth Rollins. SmackDown Thunderdome.
Yeah, that's funny.
SmackDown 2002.
I'm glad they had to put something like that.
Yeah. SmackDown 2000.
They needed to.
Yep. Let's see, SummerSlam. That horrible match between John Cena and Roman Reigns. I hated that match.
Yeah.
Okay.
Now, speaking of John Cena, is there's a lot of covers of John Cena, or is it one cover of it?
Just
I've
one.
been seeing a lot on the internet.
Just one cover. It looks like this.
Oh, okay.
Wait. There's 3 covers. There's 3 covers. My mistake. But
Oh, okay.
I got the one that I got the main edition that cost me $119. Is the one where
with the Thugonomics gimmick or something?
No, that's the second package. I got the first package. The one that was like around 2007. That picture of him around 2007.
C Nation.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's C Nation or something.
Yeah, and
or
there's
Ruthless Aggression, if you want to call it that way.
Yeah, and there's SummerSlam 1988. That's unique, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. And
SummerSlam '88.
Yep.
Where the beginning of the Mega Powers versus the Mega Bucks.
Survivor Series War Games. SummerSlam. Oh, wait, I already saw this. I already showed you this part. Wait, I don't know if I showed you this. SummerSlam 2014.
No, you did not.
SummerSlam 2008. SummerSlam 2006. Vengeance 2003. Halloween Havoc.
Vengeance has always been good.
Halloween Havoc 97.
How about Judgment Day? Not the faction, the pay-per-view Judgment Day.
I don't think they have that. They did have that in 2K22. There's WCW Monday Nitro. WrestleMania 22. WrestleMania 28. WrestleMania 34. And of course, the one that I went to, WrestleMania 38.
When Theory took a good stunner and well sold it, dude.
And I was there live, and I was laughing my ass off when he sold it. And there's WrestleMania Backlash.
You gotta love Theory, man. He really sold that stunner,
Yep.
dude.
So yeah, those are the arenas in this game. So good selection of arenas. The one that I like to play in is WrestleMania 38 because I was there.
That means you can do a Steve Austin versus
Kevin Owens
Theory in a street fight in a way.
Oh.
Or with Kevin Owens.
Or with Kevin Owens, yep. So yeah, Brandon.
Well, at least it was a street fight. They didn't do any I mean, Kevin Owens has to find a tradition way, making sure he's gonna hand out his maneuvers, and then people not sell the maneuvers. So people got to make sure that the stunner has to be sold. Yeah. People got to sell it because I mean he stunner the Usos, and the Usos they sold it.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, man, and if you looked on my YouTube channel, bro, I uploaded the video where I was eating at Hogan's Beat Shop. No, Hogan's Hangout, his bar.
Oh wow!
I was right next to his bar is right next to the shop.
Oh wow! That's Hogan making the money.
Oh yeah.
What you gonna do
when the Hulkster runs wild on you?
The match that put Hulk Hogan over more, WrestleMania 3, when he said it, when he body slammed Andre the Giant, he's like, the world stood it all.
Yep. Bro, that historic body slam, it was awesome.
It put him very over, dude.
Yeah.
Because he defeated a 15-year undefeated talent.
Yeah.
That was undefeated for 15 years,
Yeah, and I sent you something. That's my video. That's my video of me going to Hogan's Beach Shop, and I'm actually eating there, so I'm pretty sure you'll like that.
Oh, cool. All right, cool. Look into that there perfectly.
Yep. It's
And honestly, having the record breaking of 93,000, from what I'm seeing, the stats of a lot of wrestlings, the record still stands.
no.
Because the WrestleMania
They broke
33 that was 100.
No, that was 34. Yeah.
The day was 34. Mm-hmm. They say it was a false record, that it did not break Hogan's record at all. I think they tried it because I know they suspended Hogan with his little, incident and everything, and canceled his Hall of Fame. But
I don't think that, because the AT&T Stadium is the biggest stadium here in the United States. So I don't know about that part. That stadium's big, bro. That stadium's really big. It's way bigger than Hard Rock Stadium here in Miami, and it's also bigger than Raymond James Stadium here in Tampa. So that stadium's pretty big, bro.
And the only one that can compare it, the only ones that would compare it would have to be the athletes, because RVD, when he went to WrestleMania 3 when he was young, he was at the Pontiac Silverdome, and he was part of those 93,000 people,
Yes, he was.
He would be the only one that would compare any arena from WrestleMania 3 and beyond, which stadiums are big, But you do have a point about that. It is a big one, too, Who knows how much asses of the seats SoFi is going to put for these 2 weekends,
Yeah, absolutely.
When they start saying the records of it,
Oh, yeah, here's another. I know we talked about this off camera, but I want to get this on this live stream. The feud with Roman Reigns and Cody is far from over, don't you think?
Oh, yeah. When I saw Cody, I feel like Cody has kind of he did a good promo, and he planted the seeds. So I feel like Cody right now is not a hype fire that he wants to end the story. He wants to continue the story. So I feel like Cody is not going to try to finish up this feud. There can be some kind of a botch or something, some little, like Bret Hart would say, like a little botch match or something that will make Roman to win. Like a smock match. That's how he would call it. Turn it into a smock, and then have Roman continue his championship victory.
Yeah.
Or maybe Paul Heyman can politic his way in on this one and say, Cody, you're only going for the WWE champion. It's not a winner-take-all thing. Now, do you predict, Miguel, a main event signing at Raw or SmackDown? That hasn't really begun. Do you predict a signing right here with these 2 guys? Like they traditionally do, when they do the signings. You think there'll be a signing before WrestleMania?
Probably with Cody, I heard, but I don't know about Roman. And they said Brock Lesnar didn't do any signings when he was champion. So probably not Roman.
Because I feel like Paul, he's been very sneaky right now, that I feel like this main event can politic his way on it. And maybe he can politic it about it that Cody is only going for the WWE belt just to have a championship guy at the Raw brand.
Yeah,
because I don't think they're gonna want to make him lose the Universal belt.
The missing piece for Raw is the WWE champion, and it's dumb that Roman is not on there often. But isn't he gonna be on Raw this Monday? Yeah. Oh, okay. They will be scheduled, and there's gonna be a lot to say. Finally. So I don't know if any signings are gonna take over this week or in a go-home show. But I feel like the story of the Bloodline is going to continue, and it's not going to end at WrestleMania. And I do feel like Cody wants to continue this story. They already settled the whole Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn. Right here, it's telling you, story's not going to end. I really don't want the Bloodline to be defeated this time right now. No, and neither the Bloodline feels it like now. Yeah, me neither. I don't want the Bloodline.
Even some fans. And some fans are agreeing with us that they don't want the Bloodline to finish now. I feel like I'm living up to Cody's word. Finish the story. And I think he wants to finish the story, but it's not going to be WrestleMania.
You're right. You are right. And what you call... damn, I don't know what's going to happen after when WrestleMania... I don't know. I don't even... This is a really close one to call. I mean... I hope Roman does not win Reigns. And you know who Roman Reigns never also had a fight?
I don't want Roman to get pinned.
Yeah.
I don't want Roman to get pinned. I think nobody does right now.
I don't mind seeing Roman get pinned, but it has to be with the right person.
Yeah.
Like, let me give you an example.
Because I do remember.
I wouldn't mind seeing Bobby Lashley or Braun Strowman or Drew McIntyre or
especially Drew
or Karrion Kross to pin him.
Yeah. They need to start using him.
Bro, I just saw a report recently that Fox, the network, is there's certain wrestlers they don't want on SmackDown. Like, they don't want Hit Row on SmackDown, and this one really shocked me. They didn't want Karrion Kross on SmackDown.
Wow, that sounds kind of weird, and he's one of the best guys you can be invested on it, you know?
Yeah, and
I mean,
they made another guy that I agreed with, but I can't remember who it was.
Well, I think they're okay with Gunther, dude, because he's well invested with the Intercontinental Champion, and I do predict that.
Nah, Walter was not on that list.
Gunther, Drew, and Sheamus are gonna definitely pull a show for the Intercontinental. They're gonna make that match important, dude.
Yeah, and I want Sheamus to win because Sheamus never won the Intercontinental Champion.
I wouldn't mind him, but here's how it's gonna go. Let's say that Sheamus pins Drew. No matter what, Gunther will be more over because I don't want Gunther to get pinned.
Yeah.
Remember how they did it with Chris Benoit and Chris Jericho and Kurt Angle?
Yeah.
Kurt Angle never got pinned, and they made Kurt Angle over. So
and it's
okay that Sheamus to win, but I don't want Gunther getting pinned.
It's kind of the same.
I want it that way.
It's kind of the same when Rey Mysterio won at WrestleMania 22. You know how Kurt Angle was the champion? He didn't get pinned. He pinned Randy Orton instead.
Yeah. Yeah. So I hope that Gunther does not get pinned. Yeah. Let Drew and Sheamus pin each other out, and that will put him over, you know.
Yep.
Because that was the way I was predicting with Daniel Bryan and Edge and Roman. Either have them pin each other up, but don't pin Roman. But it didn't go that way. It kind of like changed the plan that had Roman definitely finish up the match.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
That's how you get over in triple threat if you do not get pinned, you know.
Yeah, pretty much that's how you get over. And getting over can be trying to get over when you're not over is kind of a bitch. And here's one thing I heard. I heard that Karrion Kross is really not getting over with the audience. And I think part of that is the reason why, because they feud him with Drew. Feuding him with Drew was not really a great idea. Hi there, guys. What's up, Hassan Terrell? How you doing, bro? We're just here talking wrestling, talking WrestleMania, talking stuff that's gonna happen in the future. So, what's up, man? Well, keep going, Jose.
Yeah, I really don't think. Yeah, you're right. I don't agree with the whole Drew thing. You know, feuding with and then feuding with Mysterio. He could have found somebody else to feud with to put himself over.
Who?
And then have him continue winning. You know.
Wait, what were we
Karrion Kross?
Oh, yeah.
We're talking about Karrion Kross getting himself over.
Well, feuding with Ray is not a bad idea. It's just, that's who he should have started off with, not with Drew McIntyre, because Drew McIntyre is way too over. And having him lose to McIntyre, well, he picked up a few wins from McIntyre, but for some reason, he's still...
They both made a split. First he won, and then the other guy won. So they made a 1-1. They're both tied under feud victories, you know.
Yeah, and here's another thing I'm noticing. Rey Mysterio and Dominic are not gonna fight because I don't know if you remember watching that segment on SmackDown. Seems like Rey and LA Knight is gonna fight at WrestleMania. Yeah, and did you hear that Rey Mysterio's contract is gonna expire on 2024? So maybe retirement might go through if that's why he's being inducted to the Hall of Fame. No.
Well, he's inducted to the Hall of Fame for many reasons. The first reason, you know, he's been with the company for many years.
Yeah.
Make it 20, 30 years if I'm mistaken.
Yeah. Oh, what?
And second of all...
We got a comment. Sorry to cut you off.
Go ahead.
I watched the A&E China on documentary. Yeah, I only watched a little bit of it. No disrespect to China, but I honestly fell asleep on it. But I'm gonna be wide awake next time I watch it because
Yeah.
but
I'll check it.
yeah, it talks about her how she started in the business, talk about how she started in her life, but I only saw the beginning part. I didn't see the whole thing. I wish I never fell asleep on it. I wasn't doing that to disrespect her. I was just too tired that day.
I'll definitely get my opportunity to watch it. Make sure that I'm not yawning either, too.
Yeah.
And that goes for any biography besides China, you know.
Yeah, absolutely. And I was
But,
so interested to see that biography, and I guess I was working
Yeah.
that day and I was too tired. But I'll check it
Yeah.
out. Hassan.
We'll check it out.
Jose will check it
Yeah,
out too.
and not only that, you know, Rey Mysterio will main event the Hall of Fame because he knows he's at hometown in San Diego, California.
And not only
So,
that, they also tried to get Batista, but Batista couldn't come on there because they said that they were trying to get Batista to be the headliner and to be in this year's Hall of Fame.
yeah, we all wanted him. Yeah.
But the problem is, I think he's filming a movie in another country.
He's still, yeah, he's doing movie booking, so that's gonna interfere with his book, you know, with his availability or something, you know. So that's kind of like, I would say Rey Mysterio will be chance. The Great Muta is gonna be inducted by Ric Flair, but Ric Flair's gonna piss me up again in his inducting because he's gonna start talking about himself, just like the way he inducted Sting. He talked about when he said he had a match with Steamboat. I'm like, hello, Ric Flair, who are you inducting? Steamboat or Sting? I'm not gonna be surprised if Flair's gonna be with that kind of shit with the Great Muta, man.
Yeah, well, don't disrespect the Great
My
Muta.
favorite Nitro match with Great Muta is when he spit the green mist on the Giant when the
Watching it the other day, and it was funny. Okay, I got another
It's so
comment.
funny.
I got another
Yeah,
comment
go
here.
ahead.
Do you like Paige, Trish Stratus, and Lita? Yeah, I do. I love all three of them.
Yeah, they're cool.
But Paige,
Yeah, pretty good, talented.
you might disagree with me, but when Paige was first brought on the main roster, I feel she was overrated as hell. I don't know if you're gonna
Yeah.
disagree with me.
Do you think it's because of the Page family? Because of the family? Because, you know, the family has a lot of background wrestling from the dad, the mom, the brother, and everything. It's something what Rey Mysterio says in his promos. You had to use the Rey Mysterio pass to save your ass. Now, here's the thing about talent. Do you think because of the last names, they feel like they're going to be so over? You know, Flairs, Mysterios, Guerreros. What do you think of that, Miguel? Do you think these people use it because of the last names or something?
Probably, yeah, probably that could be the case, and yeah, that's how also and that's the only way that Dominic is probably ever gonna get over. Not with that mommy crap, not with that him trying to be a prison guy crap. I don't think none of that's gonna get him over.
Yeah, prison.
I got my DVD Fighting in My Family. I've never seen that movie because I was like, y'all making a movie about her? She ain't even that big.
Well, Dwayne directed it.
Well, I guess he liked it Paige so much. I mean, I didn't think Paige was that much of a big star, and they made a movie about it.
Well, you know that Dwayne got in trouble for some certain things when now confirming to Vince that he took some raw clips off to put it in the to direct it in the movie or things like that. So it really wasn't an easy thing for, you know, Dwayne to direct the movie, but he got some little fines in it. I mean, he paid for it, unfortunately, you know, but it didn't go like it was expected, the movie, as he thought he would, you know.
Yeah.
Hey man, I don't care if you're The Rock, you're gonna get hammered by Vince McMahon, dude.
Yeah, I don't care if you're either Hulk Hogan, Brock Lesnar, or anybody. You're still gonna get hammered by him.
Or John Cena.
Brock
Yeah,
Lesnar. I'm surprised Vince didn't hammer Brock Lesnar through this. I remember after WrestleMania 34. If you look backstage after the match, you saw him through the Universal title at Vince McMahon.
Yeah, he wasn't too happy about that match.
Yeah.
That booking.
But but I don't know why he was unhappy. Like, why was he unhappy with him? Do you know?
I don't think Roman was not performing too well, or either he must have been annoyed with the brew crowd that that Roman was getting. I mean, at those 6 years when you were booking Roman, I don't think the audience wasn't pleased. But at the same time, I tell people it's not Roman's fault. You gotta blame the bookers for the way they're pushing him, accelerating him. You're giving him Brock Lesnar, you're giving him Braun Strowman, you give him John Cena, you give him Triple H, and then you give him The Undertaker, and then you give him The Rock, and then he gets booed along with his cousin.
Yeah.
And then you reunite the Shield, and then you boo the Shield. But nah, they're booing Roman. It's like,
bro,
it's not that. It's just the way how they book Roman too quick.
I was probably.
It took him 6 years.
I was the only. I was a Roman Reigns fan always, even before the Tribal Chief. Bro, I always cheered for him because I feel like he always had charisma, even at that time. It's just that the reason why a lot of people were booing him because they didn't see their favorite indie crap wrestlers like Cesaro and Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn get pushed like that. I think it's the smart marks that mostly booed him, but the casual fans, I think they liked it, Roman Reigns.
Oh yeah, especially JD from New York. He was a band that bashed him more than anybody.
Yeah. I don't listen to that fool.
So he kind of accumulated. Yeah, the wannabe Sasha Banks lover. Yeah, right, man.
Yeah.
She ain't gonna want you.
Yeah. No.
But anyway, you do have a point. I do agree. Maybe, like you said, the smart marks provoked it to have Roman to get booed at for 6 years, and then everybody got into the situation. Oh yeah, let's boo him. No, it doesn't work that way, dude.
No.
I mean, come on. People were bashing John Cena for 10 years, and now suddenly they're kissing his ass that they want him back.
Yeah. And you could say that I'm one of them because now I want him back, and I was booing him all these years.
But
I should have never asked for
it's
that.
like you say, Miguel. But it's like you say, Miguel. It's just the bookers. They're the ones that cause these things, and the talent takes the bullet for you.
Yeah. Oh man, the creators and the bookers.
Yeah, and I think Charlotte Flair is gonna defeat Rhea Ripley, dude. I don't see Rhea pulling a lot of energy on it now, like I would expected her.
Yeah.
First it started with the whole WrestleMania 2020 feud.
Yeah.
She didn't capitalize it. She really did not capitalize anything. And here's one thing I gotta really get to your attention about Rhea Ripley, because now that we're live, here's the thing about Rhea Ripley. Rhea Ripley, you need to take a fucking bump. I don't give a shit what you are or what you do. You are a talent.
Yeah.
Take a bump, because I've been bashing everybody that by the time you want to hit Dominic or anybody for the Judgment Day, you get in the way and people are hesitant not to hit you.
Mm-hmm.
I was disappointed even with the Bloodline when they were going to Samoan Spike, and I see Sikoa freezing up. It's like, what are you doing?
Yeah.
Rhea Ripley, take a bump. I will take you to memory lane. Every women talent took a bump, okay?
Yeah. All them bumps she took back in NXT.
Yeah. Eve Torres took a bump, okay?
Uh-huh.
And Lacey Evans takes a bump, okay?
Yeah.
Even Stephanie took a bump, okay? A stunner and a stink face. She took a bump. And a pedigree. Let's not forget that.
Yeah.
Stacy Keibler took a bump.
She got
Please,
RKO'd.
even Linda McMahon took a bump. She took a tombstone and a stunner. And most of all, God rest her soul, even Ms. Elizabeth took a bump with the Honky Tonk Man pushing her out at Saturday's Night Main Event.
Yeah. And, hold on, wait.
Rhea, take a fucking bump.
Hold on, wait, let me see right here. Well, I like AEW Dark on Monday and Tuesdays on my souls. That's fine. I mean, we respect whatever product you watch, but we're not a fans of AEW Dark we're not a fans of AEW Dark, and we just watch Dynamite. We don't even watch Rampage. I mean, I watch Dynamite. I know Jose watches Dynamite here. Rampage hasn't been interesting in a while.
I do watch Dark for certain reasons too. Like to answer your question too, I do watch my girl Jasmine Allura because she's a very indie talent for Mission Pro Wrestling.
Mm-hmm.
My girl Milo, Zyra, Johnny Robbie. Yeah. So occasionally, if any of those indie girls do not watch NXT, I do not watch NXT at all. I watch Impact.
Mm-hmm.
That's my choice.
Yeah.
So Impact I do watch.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah. Did you see Impact this past weekend?
No, I haven't.
Miguel?
Every now and then I check up on it to see what's going on.
Yeah. Okay, you should see the reunion of Santino and Vladimir Kozlov.
Vladimir Kozlov was on. Was on Impact.
On Impact. Okay. You better watch it because you're gonna laugh yourself.
Oh,
Vladimir Kozlov makes an appearance on Impact. He hugs Santino. He squeezes him hard.
Mm-hmm.
And then Fandango comes in. I forget his real name, but he goes by his name. He doesn't go by Fandango. Excuse me. He doesn't go by Fandango.
Uh-huh.
But anyway, Fandango asked Santino, isn't that... No. Do not mention his name. It's not a trademark. Yes, that's him, but don't mention the name. It's a trademark, I have my own trademark. But just watch it, Miguel, please. Just watch it and get back to me on that one.
I need to watch it, and I'm going to give you my whole reaction on that, because I never thought I would ever see Vladimir Kozlov ever to get together again with Santino Marella.
Just watch it. You're just going to laugh. It was just a hilarious clip right there. You got to watch it when he goes, yeah, it's not a trademark. I know who he is, but don't mention his name. It's not a trademark. It's not his trademark. Nobody goes. Santino was so hilarious.
This sounds hilarious.
You know what, Miguel? Just watch the clip and get back to me in the next chat.
Yeah, I will do that because it sounds funny. But here's one thing about Impact: they do not upload any clips after a taping. I have to wait all the way till next week for them to upload what happened last week.
Did you subscribe on YouTube? Because I haven't pre-subscribed there, and I do get some clips.
Yes, I have.
Like about a day later after it. I don't know. I mean, I don't know about you, but I do have that.
Oh. I might be wrong. I'll check again.
Yeah, I mean that's on me. I don't know how it works on your system or something, but
yeah.
Look into it. See if you have subscribed to their YouTube, and then they do give the review clips out there.
Mm-hmm.
But I just want you to watch the Santino and Vladimir Kozlov. We can't say his name. It's not a trademark either.
Vladimir Kozlov.
he told Fandango, don't mention his name. It's not his trademark no more.
I think these days Vladimir Kozlov is doing liquor and alcohol now.
Well, yeah, he's selling wine, dude.
Yeah,
he's in the business of wine, dude.
He has a wine business.
Yeah, he's making so much money on that shit, dude. He knows his wine,
Good for him. I mean, good thing he found something after WWE. I mean, come on now. WWE can't always be the place for everyone,
Oh, yeah. You know what? If they would have capitalized on it, I think Vladimir Kozlov will be an unstoppable monster, Russian heel. Mm-hmm. He'd probably be more aggressive than Rusev, or Mir or whatever his name was, whenever he goes by anyway.
Probably. And I remember when back in 2008 or 2009 when he came in, and he was they started out as a heel, and then I remember he was feuding with Triple H over the WWE champions. I remember him coming in.
Yeah.
And I think Vince gave up on him and sent him to ECW, and they didn't do nothing with him when he was on the ECW brand.
Well, you know what? At the same time, he needed a mouthpiece, but it was too late for him to be given a mouthpiece because they gave him William Regal as a mouthpiece. But at that time, it was already too late to give him a mouthpiece. Yep. They should have given him a mouthpiece from the beginning,
Yep.
Regal would have been a hell of a good mouthpiece, knowing that knowing that Regal's British and Vladimir's Russian. Okay, that would having European talents right there, it would have made a lot of sense.
Absolutely.
But they went very late on him to give him a mouthpiece. They should have done it in the beginning, normally that, Vladimir does not know how to pull promos and not a good talker.
Yeah.
They should have given him a mouthpiece in the beginning,
Mm-hmm.
I mean, he became a tag team champion with Santino, which...
They were a comedic
you're making Vladimir as a joke.
Yeah, they were a
Well, you made him as a joke when they were doing the Tea Party, remember?
Yeah,
with Sheamus?
Yeah, I remember that. That was hilarious.
Dude, Santino's freaking hilarious, but you're gonna laugh yourself in this past Impact.
Yeah, that joke was so funny. Yeah, man, and that's interesting. Vladimir Kozlov was on Impact Wrestling.
Well, Impact's taking anybody, and honestly, when you're in Impact, I say when you're in Impact, you're very over. I mean, look at Mickie James. She's damn over.
Oh, yeah.
Bully Ray's always over.
People know her from WWE. That's why she's so over.
And
is there anybody?
And Tommy Dreamer, of course.
Yeah, because he's a legend. Trish Stratus and Tommy Dreamer are legends.
Yeah, and who else? Scott DeVore, I think he's done a very good job of trying to build Impact, and give it some stories important. But a lot of people diss him because it's a small company. Who gives a shit? Indie companies are small companies, and what? You don't want to bash the indies and shit?
Yeah, well...
People are so damn stupid.
The only difference is that the indies are not on TV. Impact Wrestling is, so they can't talk shit.
Yeah. Yeah, it's like, why talk shit about Impact,
Yeah, exactly. You know what? I'm a fight after
I don't understand these people, dude.
People are weird these days. So,
well, look at NWA. NWA is so over.
Yeah, NWA.
I mean, Votus Clay is their world champion. I forgot his real name, what he goes by, but I know Votus Clay is just so over. He's their world champion,
He goes by Tyrus.
Yeah. Oh, cool.
Yeah.
But he's over. He's a champion.
Yeah, pretty much. And what you call, I heard that he's a bad NWA champion. I've been hearing bad reviews about his NWA championship run. And NWA Power is a decent promotion. Hold on, wait. Yeah, for Eddie Guerrero, but rest in peace for Eddie Guerrero in China. Absolutely. They were an awesome duo.
Yeah.
Back in the day, in the Attitude Era, they were always been an awesome duo. So, rest in peace to both Eddie Guerrero and China. And I'm pretty sure they both loved working together.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I think for China to work with Eddie, I think it made China a bit safe, and at the same time being distanced with Olovec and Stephanie,
Yeah, and I remember that China told Eddie, that belt is more important to you. You think this is more important than our relationship? And then he started throwing stuff around her face and made her cry. That was good acting right there. That was good performance.
Like you're my mama
by both Eddie and China.
Oh, yeah. And Rhea Ripley, take notes from China. She takes a lot of fucking bumps.
Well, you gotta also remember this. It's a PG product, and they're not gonna teach kids or anybody in the PG audience to hit women,
That I do agree. But at the same time, you know that Rhea Ripley's a talent.
Yeah.
And that little coward heel that she does, waving.
Yeah.
You're not over. I don't give a damn.
Yeah.
You're married to a guy that is a triplets champion that's probably doing better than you, and at least he had the moment to be humping Rey Mysterio's Dominic's sister or something,
Yeah.
Unless if Dominic's trying to get back at you,
And I wonder, will this match between Rey and Dominic will ever happen?
It should, but with a proper story, and the promos are so good that they're putting their personal things, in the story to put themselves over.
But I
would not be surprised, Miguel, if there'll be an incident in the Hall of Fame, and maybe Rey will say, okay, you got your match at WrestleMania. Do you think something like that might happen? Rey Mysterio gets inducted, maybe Dominic might cost something, like he did for Thanksgiving and Christmas.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, if they want to turn that little reality into a story.
Not sure about that.
I don't know how interesting.
Not sure about that.
Well, the idiot.
breaking kayfabe, I'm pretty sure Dominic was never mad at him about him missing birthdays. This is all just an act. I don't think he's ever mad about any of the stuff that he said he was mad about on TV. All this is just, they're just working together. But what you call something like that happening at the Hall of Fame, possibly, because
wants to do anything he can to step with his father in the ring. So if you're gonna do what you can, do what the Undertaker did. That the Undertaker went to the Performance Center and went after David Flair and told Ric Flair, "What does it have to take for you, Ric Flair, to change your mind to go with me at WrestleMania?" Something like that, you know. And what did the Undertaker do? He went to the Performance Center and went after David Flair, man. You know, and it got to Ric Flair's attention.
But that wasn't a Hall of Fame induction. That was just a storyline.
Yeah. But it was more like they were in a practice. I mean, he went to the Performance Center, remember?
Yeah, I remember that. Yeah, I remember that whole segment.
So, I don't know if The Undertaker wanted to do so many ways to change Ric Flair's mind. But the question is, you think Dominic might do something similar like that? Go to the Hall of Fame and to see if it's going to make Rey Mysterio to change his mind? I mean, I don't know if it's hard to build, but it's just an idea to see if that happens, you know?
But I'm not sure if that will happen. Well, he did say at the Hall... remember what he said on SmackDown? And when he gets inducted...
he wanted to walk with him.
Yeah, he still wants Dominic at his side. Yeah, so he did.
Or maybe it'll be something similar. There was a Hall of Fame in Impact, and Tommy Dreamer inducted Raven, and then Raven gave Tommy Dreamer a DDT at the Hall of Fame in Impact. So I don't know if they're going to try to take a storyline from Impact, having Raven DDTing Tommy Dreamer to have a match. I don't know if they got from that idea there, you know?
Okay, but wait, here we got another comment. But right after WrestleManias, my B-Day is coming up on AEW Dynamite May 3rd, but I'm going to miss AEW House Rules too. Oh, well, happy... it's on May 3rd.
Early birthday.
Yeah, happy early birthday. I don't know if you're going to be on here when the day of your birthday comes. And I'm actually in Hassan. I'm actually going to AEW in somewhere close here in Miami. I'm actually going there next month.
That's going to be fun.
Yeah, because I've never been to an AEW event. I've been to WWE events, but I've never been to an AEW event. So, if you...
That means you're going to Dynamite and Rampage, or just one of them, Miguel.
I'm going to both Rampage and Dynamite. I have to go to both of them to attend Dynamite. So, I'll be alright with that. And I'm going to use the Rampage.
You think dark matches are going to be scheduled, you think? Or no?
Possibly. I don't know. I don't know how
that usually happens.
I don't know how AEW...
I mean, I don't keep up with dark matches, too.
Me neither. I don't keep up with dark either. I mean, and I know you watch your girl Jasmine. I watch my girl Ember Nova on AEW.
Yeah.
On AEW Dark.
Yeah.
I've seen her fought Riho on AEW Dark.
Yeah, because normally if I see Jasmine fighting, she'll post it up on her social media line and say that she'll make an appearance at the dark matches, and there you go. Boom. Voila, I'm in, you know.
So does Amber Nova. She does the same thing.
Yeah, she'll post it, and then, okay, she's going to be in the dark match? Mm-hmm. I'm in. I'm sold. Here I am. I'm going to watch it, you know.
Yeah.
You know.
Yep, and...
So, I'm going to enjoy the Great Muda's Hall of Fame induction. I don't know if they're going to show the clip when he grinned Miss Paul White, the Big Show, the Giant. Chokeslam. Whoa, spit at him.
I hope they do that.
I don't know. I love that Nitro clip. I love the Nitro clip. Yeah. I tell people, that's the way how to get out of a chokeslam. Spit at him.
Yeah. And here's another way that you can get out of any situation like the chokeslam. Let's say that you're about to get your ass kicked by a bully. You know where you do it?
Yeah.
You knee them in the nuts and you headbutt them on the nose. You knee them in the nuts.
Yeah. You know, when I saw that booking, that was so good and so unexpected from Paul White, dude. I don't think he expected anything like that. Because, I mean, he'll just chokeslam you and capitalize you, and nothing like that is expected. That was never expected out of the Big Show at all, to have getting spit by the Great Muda, you know?
Yeah. The great mood.
I don't know. That match was so good. You know that. Every time I look at that clip, I don't know. That clip was just so perfect. Who would have knew anybody would expect anything like that, dude? It's like.
And
I mean, I know that Paul White doesn't work for WWE, but that's the best clip to put on, you know.
But I wonder, are they ever gonna let him wrestle again at AEW? Like if he decides to wrestle another match?
It's possible. I think TK will, but it depends on on Paul White's health issues too, because he's been going through some health issues as well.
Like what type of health issues? Like catch me up, because I haven't really been hearing news.
I think more with his feet or his legs. I think more with his feet and his legs. I think that's what he's been having more.
Mm-hmm.
And another one was his spine injury when remember Kevin Nash tried to powerbomb him, and the landing did not look too good in there. So the spine has been more an issue to him more than anything.
Yeah, I can only remember one time only that Kevin Nash jackknifed the Giant. And I think it was that powerbomb. Yeah, I think you're talking about.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That the powerbomb that Kevin Nash did on that event, I don't think it was well that executed.
Yeah.
Because they say, this is what I hear, then they say when wrestlers are going to try to do maneuvers, they say both of them communicate with each other,
Yeah.
Like saying, okay, I'm going to powerbomb you, or I'm going to AJ's clash you, or I'm going to Superman punch you, get ready, But there are other talents that don't communicate with them with that, Sometimes inadvertently they hurt themselves.
Yeah, another comment here. And on Thursday on Impact Wrestling and ROH Wrestling. I sometimes keep up with Impact. I don't watch it, but sometimes I keep up with it to see what's going on. Never got into ROH. If AEW comes on Monday and Tuesday, it will be too late. Yeah. But yeah, so what you were gonna say, Jose?
Like we were talking about when the talents communicate when they're gonna make each other a move, like saying, "Oh, Miguel, I'm gonna give you the powerbomb. Get ready," and at least you guys are ready to work on it. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Some of them don't really communicate with the maneuvers too much, and sometimes an accident happens.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, accidents often happen in pro wrestling. That's why it's so predetermined that you'll never know how you're gonna land or how you're gonna get hurt when you what you call
oh yeah.
Yeah. So yeah.
Yeah, here's another thing. I hope Tony Khan finds a way to try to invest himself with Taya versus Jay Cargill.
I hope Taya Valkyrie
because
her, to be honest with you, I hope Taya Valkyrie does
I really would like Taya. Yeah, I really would like Taya to do it because the way I'm observing Cargill now, her capitalizing is fading, and then the baddies have been broken up one at a time.
Yeah, and
which honestly, I don't think Cargill needs baddies at all in general.
Baddies,
not even a mouthpiece either.
I don't. Really, nothing.
Not even a mouthpiece. Come on.
Yeah, like, what's your thoughts on the baddies? I mean, my thoughts is that they really didn't do anything entertaining or too badass or anything. Like, there's nothing memorable that they did. Like, I don't remember a great storyline, or I don't remember a great segment. I remember a few promos, but not a great segment either. Like, there's really nothing really good about them.
Well, this is something I said in a meet and greet to Red Velvet and Kiera Hogan at the LA Fan Fest. I personally told them, you guys being baddies, that's too beneath you.
Yeah.
Because, they're very talented themselves, too.
Yeah, let me see. Here's a comment.
I even told them personally. Yeah, go ahead. Read the message.
Is that Kane versus Randy Orton on the game? Yes, it is. Keep going Jose.
Yeah, no, I told them personally that being a baddies is too beneath them. They didn't need to be there. Of course, they just kind of like smirk and smile about it, but that's only to hear a fan's opinion, that...
To be honest with you?
I don't think you're too good to be a baddie.
To be honest...
I even told Layla Gray that, too.
Yeah, but to be honest with you, Both Kira Hogan and Red Velvet they kind of suck in the ring. They're kind of sloppy in the ring. And their promos are not good, so they're not really all that great. But them bitches fine as hell, though.
Oh yeah, they're beautiful people. Yeah, I mean, but for them to be a baddie, I don't think it was really cut out for them. You know.
Yeah.
I mean, nothing was built. You know.
Let me see here. Are you guys going to do a lot of Are you guys gonna do a lot on kickoffs on Peacock? You mean like watch WWE pay-per-view kickoffs? You mean? Go ahead, Jose.
Yeah. And like I said, I even told Layla Gray that she's too good of a baddie. And remember, Layla Gray was an OBW Women's Champion at the OBD independent scene. You know, so.
Yeah, I don't remember. I don't know. I never really got into Layla Gray, but she's fine as hell as well.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Just like I said, just an indie.
Hassan wants to know. Are we gonna watch kickoffs on Peacocks?
No, not that I know. I don't think probably might not be available for it. How about you?
No, I don't normally watch kickoffs on Peacock. I just or sometimes I would watch it, like the last 10 minutes of it, and then go on. I mean,
yeah, I can probably review. Hopefully, if I get the time to do it.
Yeah, I really don't watch kickoffs on Peacock, on pay-per-views on Peacock Day, on pay-per-view day. But
well, here's another thing. I'm hoping that Andre the Giant Battle Royal gets back to WrestleMania and take off SmackDown.
Agreed. I agree. He had a spot at WrestleMania, and most of them can be on the Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal.
Yeah, but WWE should know. Don't put it on SmackDown. What's that gonna?
Exactly.
I mean, these guys want to be at a WrestleMania, dude. It's like, I mean, Madcap Moss wins the Andre the Giant Battle Royal, and look where he's at right now. It doesn't even mean anything.
Like, it never.
Who else? Even how do you call it? Jey Uso won the Battle Royal too in an empty arena in the Thunderdome. That didn't even mean anything to him either.
Yeah, I remember that too. And when I heard that, I remember when I went to last year's WrestleMania, I was kind of looking forward to those as well. The Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal. And what really pissed me off about the WrestleMania that I went to, that the Intercontinental and the United States title was not defended. So you guys are probably going to get a better WrestleMania than me.
Oh yeah. Well, which I think is what Paul Levesque has done a good job of defending the belts like they're supposed to, you know, because they need to be defended, you know.
Yeah, absolutely.
And I think that Ronda Rousey and Shayna Baszler are not going to be at WrestleMania because I hear Ronda's injured or something, so I really am not too worried about them. I feel like I don't know if they're going to be part of the releases or they're going to release themselves on their own.
Yep.
Because I'm seeing that Ronda and Shayna are not too invested at all, you know.
Yeah, I don't see nothing going anywhere for Shayna Baszler.
No. And honestly, she's out there talking out there and saying that these women talent are not putting it like they should. And I'm like, Shayna, you're in an entertainment WWE company, okay?
Yeah.
They look for look. They don't look for female warrior Conan ladies like you. You know, you want that? Go back to Bellator or MMA. You know. And I'm sorry, Triple H is not gonna help you on this one.
Nope.
Vinnie Mac is still the man.
Yep.
Vinnie Mac is still there. He never left.
The only person that's happy that Vince is back in charge, Austin Theory. He's the only guy that's happy.
Oh yeah. He is happy, dude. It's like, okay, I'm gonna be over again, you know?
Yep.
And I think what makes him feel happy is because he knows that John and Vince get along. You know that? Yeah. So he's got it so damn made up, you know? And it's good, you know?
And speaking of John Cena, do you really think that this is going to be his last match at WrestleMania? His last match ever?
I don't think so.
I don't think so either. And honestly,
I don't think so either. He doesn't really.
I hope he makes a few appearances every now and then.
I don't think he's going to miss WrestleMania 40. because I feel like the way they're talking, I don't know if you've heard some interviews or some podcast interviews, but they say that WrestleMania 40 is going to be big because it's, 40.
Yeah.
So they want to try to see if they can book everybody next year to give WrestleMania 40 an important WrestleMania because of the number,
Yeah, and I might try to go to WrestleCon out there in Philadelphia.
And I think that probably maybe Paul Heyman might be the next Hall of Fame inductee because, of the ECW capacity crowd that he gets in Philadelphia. He's loved in Philadelphia,
And not only that, I don't think he also gets recognition for being a manager. Like, he managed he's managed the Big Show, he's managed Roman Reigns, he managed a few guys in the Crockett promotion and WCW as well. I think he's going to not only get honored as the ECW owner, I think he's also going to get acknowledged as a manager as well.
Oh, yeah. So, to me, WrestleMania 40 at Philadelphia, it's going to be like his home court advantage for Paul Heyman, so it's well-deserved, and overdue, too.
Agreed, yeah.
But, and here's another storyline that I hear that supposedly The Rock wants to take on Roman Reigns at WrestleMania 40 because it's the number 40 and it's Philadelphia, and maybe The Rock will be again next to the Rocky Balboa statue because he's The Rock and that's Rocky Balboa next to him.
And I don't think no one would really care if that happens. I mean, honestly, but at the same time, I think I would be excited because I want to see The Rock get back in the ring. But but is it really gonna happen anytime soon? It might not even happen next year's WrestleMania.
Yeah,
he's always
and I feel like, he's turned it down twice. He's turned it down at the WrestleMania that you showed up, remember?
Yeah.
And he wanted to do it here, and then he canceled out. So now the answer for the fans is like, I don't think it matters anymore.
Exactly. I mean, this year would have been the perfect
What
time.
happens if he does the same thing, If he does the same thing there again,
Yeah, and this year is actually the perfect time for this to happen.
Yeah. So the media can come up with many illusions how they want to set up The Rock versus Roman, but might as well forget about it and decline it if it's never going to happen,
Yeah.
I mean, you stuck it to the fans' faces for about a year,
Yeah.
Oh, this is going to be it.
And then Brian
they let it go when they were
everybody.
They let it go when they were declining 38.
Yeah.
And then 39 will be it. And then he's out there telling you a few weeks ago, "Oh no, I'm not in ring shape. I'm cool."
And
really?
He's too busy. He's an entrepreneur and he has a football league going on right now. And have you watched any XFL games?
The answer's no.
Really? Why is that? Because I try to watch a few, but lately I haven't been having.
I mean, I think clips.
Yeah.
I'm not too invested in XFL, so I'm like,
Yeah, I would probably watch it and check it out. I wanted to watch it a couple weeks ago, but I didn't have the channel for it. The only thing I could watch was the World Baseball Classic, and by the way, it's actually been a good baseball league. But I like watching the World Baseball.
Yeah, the baseball games have been pretty interesting.
Yes, they have. And
they're pretty interesting, these baseball games. Yeah.
And I think
we're pretty impressed, with Mexico, Puerto Rico,
Yeah, and United States is going to play in the finals. I think they just made it to the finals, I think. They just beat Cuba today.
Yeah.
And I think the next game is Mexico and Japan. That's going to be a good one.
Yeah.
And my parents are going tomorrow, but I'm not.
So it's going to be good.
And all of it's going to be here in Miami, but all my parents are going tomorrow, but I'm not going because I spent way too much money in Tampa, because I wanted to pay for the ticket. So.
It was worth it. You spend money on Hulk Hogan.
Yes, sir. Okay, we got another comment here. Rest in peace on Jeff Jarrett's dad, Yokozuna and the Big Boss Man. Yep, rest in peace to them. Jerry Jarrett, who was a promoter
Hall of Famers.
Yeah, Jerry Jarrett was a promoter of the USWA, the Memphis territory. Yokozuna was very athletic and very
1 year.
Yeah, and he had a great character.
World champion.
He was a former WWE champion. He beat both Hulk Hogan and Bret Hart for the WWE champion. What a resume. And the Big Boss Man, great character, but I loved him better in the Attitude Era. He was more of a good-ass heel in the Attitude Era. So, alright, rest in peace to Ray Taylor,
Yep.
aka the Big Boss Man. And that Hall of Fame that he got in 2017 was well deserved. So, yep.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. But
I'm glad that his former manager Slick inducted him. You know.
Yeah.
Because I don't know if you heard the story. They say that they were calling Jim Cornette to induct Ray Traylor, but then he said no for Jim Cornette's reasons. They couldn't find anybody, so his only option was Slick. It made a lot of sense for Slick to induct him because Slick was the manager of the Big Boss Man, and when the Big Boss Man was the Twin Towers. Remember?
Yeah, the Twin Towers. I remember the Twin Towers.
That was a good tag team.
Yeah, and what does Jim Cornette have to do with Boss Man? Just curious, because I don't know anything about their relationship.
That podcast, I was listening to it because they asked him about, how come you didn't, induct him? Yeah, he said that he discovered him, he trained him, and he's been in good relations, and he met his wife, he's met his daughter, and things like that. So they were probably thinking if Jim Cornette would have been the right guy to induct the Big Boss Man because of their background, personal relations or something.
Yeah. And
so that's the podcast I heard about that.
Yeah. And at the Hall of Fame, oh shit, 2003 brought does a shooting star first, like he's supposed to. No, I was just looking at the game and talking to you at the same time. But anyways, we're back to your
cool.
Back to what
I don't know if you heard anything like that.
Yeah, I have never heard that before. And what's cool at the Hall of Fame, his daughter and his wife were carrying the handcuffs and the nightstick at the Hall of Fame.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was cool.
Yeah. I was kind of expecting that Wwe Buchanan would have made an appearance because remember, that was his tag team partner in WrestleMania 2000, and they defeated the Godfather and D'Lo Brown,
Yes, they did.
And that put the Bossman over for bringing Wwe Buchanan,
Yep. And then Wwe Buchanan became
Wwe Buchanan was a good deal.
Of part of the right to censor. I don't think he was ever a baby.
I think, you know what? No, when he was B2 with John Cena, remember? The bodyguard of John Cena, he was called B2. You remember that one?
Yeah, with John Cena, he did. But that only lasted for a little bit. And you remember?
Yeah, but anyway, Cena was a heel anyway, so he was still heel.
Yeah.
He was a heel.
I don't think he's ever been a babyface, but you remember on the John Cena, This Is Your Life? Remember the John Cena, This Is Your Life? Remember how they did that with The Rock?
Yeah.
I think Mick Foley or The Rock was hosting that. But, I can't remember who it was hosting that. Wwe Buchanan actually came out on that Raw. Remember that? This Is Your Life with John Cena? Wwe Buchanan came out?
Yeah. And he was called by B2. That's what they called Wwe Buchanan, B2.
B2.
And you know that his son is his son's in NXT. Wwe Buchanan's son. I don't know what he goes by. But Wwe Buchanan has a son that's in NXT right now.
Really? I didn't even know that.
It's Wwe Buchanan's son. Bo Beverly from the Beverly Brothers is there. Of course, Rick Steiner's son, Bron Breakker, and William Regal's son is there too.
Yeah.
So Wwe Buchanan and Bo Beverly from the Beverly Brothers have kids that are training for that company right now for NXT. But I don't recall what Bo Beverly's son it goes by and what Wwe Buchanan's son goes by. I know that Santino's daughter is at NXT. I don't even know what the hell she goes by. I don't remember.
Yeah, a lot of these people's kids are wrestling in NXT now, which is pretty cool.
But they're using gimmick the funny part about it, they're only using gimmick trademarks, but they're not using their last names. They're not using Buchanan. They're not using Rigo. I don't understand. They're not even using Steiner, for that matter. So I don't understand why they're booking them with these names. Well, including The Rock's daughter. She's not even going by Johnson or Maya Villa or anything that would be connected to The Rock's last name,
She's in that faction
I don't understand,
She's in that faction with Joe Gacy.
Yeah, but she doesn't go by Johnson or Maya Villa or anything like that, which is kind of weird,
Yeah. We got another comment here. It says, but I was sad when Ashley Massaro just died on my niece's birthday. That makes me sad. Yeah, rest in peace to her. They said she was going through some problems. They just said that they never reviewed what she was going through. And
Yeah.
for all you
The
people
only
out
person
there,
that went with the story was Paul London, because remember they dated.
yeah.
She dated Paul London.
Uh-huh. And for those of you out there that are watching this,
I forget what podcast it was.
if you guys got any homeboys or homegirls that are going through something, just go get them help. Because committing suicide is never worth it,
Yep.
people. So do that. And
Yeah.
so that's my message to all of you that's going through stuff right now. I mean, I've been through depression and stuff because it's not going to be worth it at the end of the day. So, yeah, that's my message to all of you that are watching this. So, have a good life because you only got one life and you got to live it up, baby. Get what I'm saying? So,
Yep.
live up that life,
Yep.
people. So, stay fresh and stay cool. So, continue, Jose.
It's like we told Kevin Nash. It's like we called Kevin Nash. Everybody told Kevin Nash, don't go, dude, don't go. And I know he's been depressed because he lost Scott Hall, he lost his son, and, you know, Miguel has a lot of points on that part. You know, losing a loved one, life is too short for all that. So,
Yeah, exactly.
yeah, guys, don't do it, man.
Yep.
We even lost the Green Ranger, you know, and,
Yep.
you know,
The
and,
Green Ranger.
you know, even everybody in general.
Yep.
And honestly, this is like Miguel says, this is a reality. It's not only talent, but real people in general. You know, like a McDonald's worker, a Starbucks worker, in general, guys. You know, it's like if you feel, man, talk to somebody, get some help, but don't do the law in your own hands, dude. It's gonna.
Yep.
You're gonna feel like regrets by the end of the day. Believe me.
Yes, sir.
It ain't worth it, man.
Yes, sir.
And if you got people that are not treating you right, man, if I'm you, let them go, man, because never take punches for the people that are never going to take punches from you.
Exactly.
And they're going to disappear on you. Don't do that, guys, because people are not going to go for you. They only go for the benefits that, you know, that you provided, and they're not there for that.
Yep.
You're not being a friend to them. You're just an opportunity. So don't let them use you. Let them go if I were you.
Mm-hmm.
You know.
Yep.
So we got to stay, you know.
Yes, sir. But yeah, but continue on
So
the subject the wrestling.
Yeah, with the NXT Suns and everything. Getting back to that, you know, WWE is not using the father's last names; they're just using trademarks. Do you think WWE feels like he's gonna have a hard time using the last names as a trademark? You think? Because everything's a trademark in WWE, you know.
Pretty much, and I don't know if that's gonna happen, but let's see what happens later on in the future. I mean, they probably won't keep her in that faction for long because they can't keep that faction going forever. So
yeah, factions don't last long. You know that.
No, it does not. So
well, and speaking of breaking up factions and tag teams, how do you feel about tag teams breaking up? Because they're talking so much that they want to break up the Street Profits. And should the Street Profits break up right now or never, or is it not the time at all? What do you think?
It's not the time at all because think about it. WWE barely has a tag team division. Why would you want to break up a tag team when you barely have a tag team division?
Yeah.
And second,
and honestly, the Street Profits can be over. They have been over, you know?
Yeah, they have been over. And I heard that if they do not break up, I heard possibly that they're going to be part of the Hurt Business.
That would make sense because they both can be heels, you know?
Yeah, and I'm hearing that the Hurt Business is going to have Omos, MVP, the Street Profits, and Carmelo Hayes. They're just going to forget about Shelton Benjamin and Cedric Alexander.
Yeah, I think it makes sense that you want to recruit, that MVP wants to recruit fresh faces. Because if Lashley's not interested, don't bring back Cedric and don't bring back Shelton, you know.
Yeah.
Honestly, you know, Cedric and Shelton, they can do well on their own, and they have been successful.
Yep.
I mean, Cedric with the cruiserweight and Shelton in the mid-card, why not, you know? I don't think they need factions, those two guys, at all.
No, they don't.
That's the way I see it. Now, I am against the Alpha Academy breaking up, but it does make sense in another way that you do want to push Chad Gable. I don't know if you're going to do it as a heel, as a babyface, or I don't know if you're going to put him as a next Kurt Angle, you know. Well, I mean, I don't know what they're trying to do with Chad Gable, but if you're going to push him at that level, you got to build him.
I heard that they want to push him to give him a solo heel run, but if they're gonna do that, I hope they let him keep the shush and the thank you and all that other catchphrases. I hope they let him keep doing that if they're gonna turn him heel.
But do you want him to be similar to Kurt Angle, like an Olympic heel, something like that? Do you think that will work for him?
Well, he's not an Olympic heel. He's more of an educational heel. You know?
That will work, right?
Yeah. Absolutely.
I mean, if you're going to put him by himself.
Yeah, absolutely. I agree.
Because, I mean, I can't have him as a joke and then you're going to call him Shorty G again. Come on, dude. You can't do that. I mean, Shaq Gable's so beyond.
I hope they don't put him back to Shorty G. That's the worst version of Chad Gable.
Yeah, that's like you're insulting him, dude. It's like, why are you calling him Shorty G? You know, it's like, really.
And Shorty G...
Shaq Gable...
Well, before he was Shorty G, he had a few success with 3 different tag teams.
Yeah.
He had Jason
Oh, yeah, come on. Him and Shelton were tag team champion. Well, they were, but they got screwed.
Bobby Roode, too.
Bobby Roode were good. That was a good tag team. They were well built. They were going to be called the Glorious Team. That was what they were going to call because both of them were wearing already bathrobes and making the same entrances, you know.
Yeah, and I don't see any hope with what's his name?
The Alpha Academy.
No, not Alpha Academy. I don't see any hope in what you call Bobby Roode anymore. He's a great talent and all, but I don't think they'll ever push him anytime soon.
Will you expect a release from Bobby Roode, you think?
Possibly.
If that would be the case?
Possibly. I mean, I'm not... Oh, rest in peace, Scott Hall, Don West, and Dusty Rhodes. Dusty Rhodes...
Yeah, it's been a year for Scott Hall.
Yeah, rest in peace of those
guys. It's been a year for Scott Hall already.
Yeah, and Don West just passed away, I think early or late 2022.
Yeah.
Dusty died back in 2015. Yeah, rest in peace to all of them. They all have legacies. So, yep. But anyways,
yeah, Don West was a good Impact TNA announcer.
Yeah, he was.
Anyway, yeah, getting back to that, you think a release might be expected for Bobby Roode? Since I feel like maybe WWE has got no interest in him?
Possibly. Hell, you know who I'm surprised that hasn't got released yet? You might disagree with me.
I would say Ziggler.
Yeah, that's what I was just about to say. Dolph Ziggler. I was just about to say Dolph Ziggler. Or they might do something.
And he could be over.
Yeah, they might do something with him.
He could be very over.
Because I see Mustafa Ali is kind of stepping up his game. I think he's trying to be entertaining, so he might work something with Mustafa Ali. It could be a...
Yeah, because Mustafa Ali has a 6-year contract. You know that. He's got a 6-year contract with WWE, so might as well live up what you got, man.
How the hell did he get a 6-year contract?
I have no idea, but he's got a long way contract, dude.
Yeah.
If I'm mistaken, yeah, but the contract is long for Mustafa Ali, dude.
That's crazy.
That's why he's been pleading and begging for him to get released, and they have not done anything, dude.
Yeah, that's crazy that he's got a 6-year contract. I mean, I don't know if I would ever give him a 6-year contract. And I think we know that Hit Row is going to be released after WrestleMania.
Yeah, because I feel like there's no investment in Hit Row.
Yeah.
Even though that I met Brandy, very cool, talent to meet on the meet and greet.
Yeah, she's hot.
And I think they do miss Isaiah Swore, but Isaiah Swore is having too much fun in AEW, so.
Or what if they go to AEW? Hit Row?
I think they would have to change their trademarks and everything.
Yeah, they're probably not gonna call. Well, they're definitely. Well, not really, because Top Dollar was made on his own. The other guy, I don't know, but B-Fab.
Yeah.
She might have to change her name.
Yeah. She's gonna have to go by her real name.
Okay. I got another comment. Guys, I saw the Uncle Howdy on SmackDown and the Royal Rumble Pitch Black Mountain Dew match. Yeah, I saw those too. The match with LA Knight and Bray Wyatt should have been a little longer, but yeah.
Yeah, should have been, because LA Knight was pulling good promos to try to put Bray Wyatt over.
Mm-hmm.
And my pick was LA Knight instead of Bray Wyatt, because honestly, Bray was not really pulling too much. He wasn't really spicing up the promo.
Mm-hmm.
and it took for LA Knight to save him. And now about Bobby Lashley, if that match happens, all I gotta say is that Bobby Lashley is gonna destroy him. And the main thing I said, you can never book Bray Wyatt with powerhouse guys like Lashley, Brock Lesnar, and even Goldberg when he buried him at Crown Jewel in Saudi Arabia.
And that's what we're trying
it's
to
not a story.
Brian. And Brian is like,
yeah.
We don't know that. Bro, it's most likely going to happen.
We do know that. I go, when you put a powerhouse versus a fiend, that's a powerhouse defeating a monster. That's the story, you know. Now, if Bray Wyatt would go as Rotundo, like the way he did in NXT, and be competitive in a powerhouse, then that's fine. Mm-hmm. But since you're giving him all these hippie, demon, you know, gimmicks, you're not going to be entertained, you know. Mm-hmm. That's in favor of Brock, Lashley, and Goldberg, you know. It's not, you know. Mm-hmm. That's how I see it, you know, and it's been proven. Mm-hmm. Goldberg's the first guy to prove that he defeated a gimmick monster right there, and he buried him less than 10 minutes.
Yeah,
it took a spear and a jackhammer.
That was a horrible.
Even though the jackhammer was crooked. Even though the jackhammer was crooked.
That tells you right there that Goldberg needs to stay out of the ring. That tells you right there.
Stay retired and sell all your cars, man. That's all you need, dude.
Yeah.
You already showed your son you were a champion.
Oh, look, here's another comment. Randy Orton just buried the Fiend on TLC 2020.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Even in that Inferno match, too.
Yeah, and that was...
Twice.
And that was honestly... Remember that part where he lit up Bray Wyatt on fire? That was actually pretty cool.
Yeah, and then they put the dummy in there. Yeah. It's like they... I don't know what they did to try to do the special effects, which one of Kevin Dunn's special effects, they put in the dummy and then you burn it out.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, and Randy, do you think they buried him at WrestleMania? Well, not really, because at WrestleMania, he didn't beat Bray Wyatt fair. Remember Alexa Bliss distracted him?
Yeah, she interfered too.
Yeah.
You know, and honestly, there must, from what I heard, and this might not surprise me, they must be a backstage heat with Rotundo and WWE. And this is probably why maybe Brave's kind of like distancing himself out of everything. Mm-hmm. Why did Uncle Howdy took a chokeslam from Bobby Lashley? Mm-hmm. And why is Alexa Bliss disappearing? And why is there problems with Bray Wyatt, you know? Mm-hmm. I don't get it, you know? If it was going to be an issue, then I think Paul Levesque should have had no business, you know, of hiring him back. If you were going to get back to the same level. I don't know, you know? Yep. We can only hope it's not anything like that, you know, but... You know, otherwise, I think maybe, you know, Rotundo could have stuck to his own project, whatever he was going to be destined to do. I think he was going to do a movie or something, but I don't know if that movie went through or not. I don't know, you know. Here's the thing. I feel like going back to WWE, it doesn't look like a good idea now that they're feeling that the company may be for sale and Vince McMahon is still in Gorilla, you know.
I don't think he's in Gorilla.
And honestly, this is what
I think he's at the Performance Center making decisions. No, the
I think
not the Performance Center, the headquarters in Connecticut.
Oh yeah, I think he is, and I don't think people should realize that Paul Levesque is just a punching bag for WWE. Yeah. Because when you saw Vince McMahon in Gorilla and when you saw Bruce Pritchard in Gorilla, they had headsets. Paul Levesque did not have a headset. You saw that.
Wait, when was
Vince McMahon on Monday Night Raw, he was not there to say, "Oh, I want to see John Cena and say hello to him." No. He was there in Gorilla. I was not out there to go see John Cena. No, I was in there in Gorilla with my mustache looking like Gomez from the Addams Family. Come on, dude. Really?
Yeah, like from the Addams Family?
Yeah.
That's funny.
Yeah. I don't think people get it, dude. the WWE belongs to Vince McMahon, and I don't think that Vince McMahon is in no mood of passing torches to anybody. So for the last 6 months, when Triple H was making some bookings, I'm sorry to say, but it was fun when it lasted. That's all I gotta say.
Yep.
And as for Tony Khan, leave WWE alone. Stop trying to bash WWE and focus on your group, focus on your talent, and focus on your program, you know?
Yeah. Because,
stop worrying about what WWE's doing, man.
Yeah, and because your product is not really doing too good right now.
And remember what Darby Allin said on the promo. You got people complaining on Twitter.
Yep.
He took it to them, man.
And
I enjoy that promo from MJF, Darby Allin, Jungle Boy, and Sammy Guevara.
I enjoyed it too. I'm glad I chose the day to watch AEW because I thought I wasn't going to watch it at all. But I'm hoping, and when I go to AEW in next month, bro, I want to see MJF.
Here's the thing. I think this was a very good start to book MJF with these guys. Because if you want AEW to be good, you gotta book MJF with these kind of bookings. Yep. You gotta give him Jungle Boy in whatever feud, in one feud, finish that feud, then you have Darby Allin, and you have Sammy Guevara.
And it's
all story, makeup, but then they had to move it aside until whatever, MJF was done. Get back with Starks.
Yeah.
You want to push young talent, all that young talent you have, that's the talent that Tony Khan should focus on, right there. Yeah. MJF said it. Sammy Guevara has Jericho. Jungle Boy has Christian. Darby Allin has Sting.
And he had nobody. That was a great part of that promo.
Yeah. Starks had Taz and his son Hook.
Yeah.
You know?
And you know what's funny? I saw this one MJF promo recently. I remember one time he told the fans, I used to love video games. And then he was like, video games, video games, video games. And you know what he said? The fans were chanting video games. Then I lost my virginity. And one nerdy fan.
To me, I feel like, I feel like at this time, I don't, Miguel, I feel at this time, I don't feel like MJF not going to lose this belt for this year.
I hope
and
not.
I don't expect him to lose.
I don't
think he's going to lose.
Yeah, I hope not.
If AEW sticks to their guns of sticking to what they're invested with their AEW heel face of the company, this is what they should do, but they should not have MJF lose at all. Yeah. Because the promos are good, the feuds are getting hotter. He defeated Jon Moxley. He banged William Regal over the back. And you defeated Bryan Danielson. You defeated Hangman Page. So, defeating these top names, now you got fresh blood from Darby Allin, Jungle Boy, and Sammy Guevara. And then after that, Sen Hubs and everything. This is what... You know what? The one story I really want him to go against his former bodyguard,
Warlow.
Warloff.
Well,
yeah, I really would.
What
do you think?
But if Warlow loses to him, I think that's kind of not gonna get. It's gonna kind of get MJF more over, and they're probably not gonna take Warlow serious. If that happens.
And I hear, have you read any reports of what's going on with him? Supposedly he's having a backstage heat on the back or anything like that.
I hear nothing.
Because unless if everything that his shit got stolen in the car, it's all a kayfabe thing. You think, I don't know,
Yeah, I heard about that, and I should have watched last Friday's Rampage because I should have saw how the match between Powerhouse Hobbs and Rey Fenix went.
Oh yeah, it was a good match. Watch it, because I did took a chance to see that match. I think what they're trying to do with Hobbs, they want him to capitalize to see if he's going to be the perfect guy to give the TNT belt importance. And
yeah, absolutely.
Hopefully he would be the right guy to plant the seeds to put that belt to give that belt some meaning.
Yeah.
It should,
Absolutely. Wait, what's Trish's finisher?
So I hope he does that. I hope he gives the belt important right now because Samoa Joe and and Warlord did not put any importance on it. All they did is turn the belt into a hot potato, dude. You know.
Yep.
You don't want a hot potato the belt, dude.
Yeah,
then the belt's not important.
Yeah, they've been doing that. AEW, they've always been hot potatoing the belt.
That doesn't put the belt over, dude. Or yourself, you know.
No, it does not. WCW did the same thing one time. I remember they were playing hot potato with the WCW title back in 2000. I think Sid had it, Sting had it. I'm not going in order, but David Arquette had it, Diamond Dallas Page had it, Jeff Jarrett had it, Booker T had it. Like, they were hot potatoing the WCW title a lot in the last.
Yeah, it didn't feel important. Yeah.
Yeah.
And Orange Cassidy now has.
Here's another comment. Video games, but I lost my Crash Bandicoot on the Run, Little Big Planet on 12 and 3, and Modidation and PlayStation Home. Well, I hope you get them back. Because those are great games, Little Big Planet and Crash Bandicoot. What you were saying, Jose?
Yeah. Orange Cassidy now is no longer the Atlanta belt. It's now the national belt. What's it called again, or something?
The AEW International belt. WCW did the same thing one time. They did a WCW International belt, only for a little bit.
What is it similar to the European belt that WWF had in the past, Miguel? Because that belt was only defended in Europe.
I would have to take a look.
I mean, I don't know.
I don't think so. I would have to take a look at the belt again to see what it reminds me of.
Because honestly, I think when D'Lo Brown and anybody that had the European belt, they were doing bookies in Europe, you know, to see if they can give the belt some importance or something, you know. So I don't know if the European has a similarity to the belt that Orange Cassidy's carrying, you know.
Yeah.
It made sense with Pac, knowing that he's in the UK.
Yeah.
He was traveling with that belt a lot, but since right now Pac is injured again, you know, so.
Yeah.
Now you got Orange Cassidy now, and I think they're trying to push Orange Cassidy to be over, you know.
Yeah, but
Orange Cassidy's good. I like him.
I don't really like him. What's so entertaining about him? All he does is just stand around and with his hands in his pockets, and that's it. And stays quiet.
Yeah,
that's all he does.
Yeah.
Like what's?
They gotta find a certain way to book him.
Yeah.
Because. They gotta book him because you know he's got 2 resumes against Chris Jericho and Brody Lee. Yeah. And remember, Brody Lee went for an open challenge against Orange Cassidy with that belt. You know, anybody from AEW that had a feud with Brody Lee was Orange Cassidy right there.
Yeah.
So if you care about Orange Cassidy, they better Tony Khan better find a certain way to book him. You know.
Yeah.
And Jay Cargill, cut the shit now. You're fading on us, girl. You're fading on us. You better find.
She's honestly.
You better find a way.
But it's not really her fault. It's actually Tony Khan's fault that she's getting stale. And that's all she mostly says in her promos is cut the shit.
Yeah, she needs more. She needs to work on promos. And that TBS belt needs to be more. She needs to capitalize more on that belt.
Yeah.
I mean, 53-0, 54-0, 55-0.
Doesn't mean shit.
And I can understand she's trying to do it like Roman, or she's trying to do it like MJF.
Yeah.
But
like Roman's.
She needs to pull the promos.
Yeah, like Roman's catchphrase, "Acknowledge me, MJF. I'm better than you, and you know it." And her is cut the shit.
Yeah. Yeah. But she's still not giving any importance as a heel, you know, to give the belt importance and to put herself over, you know.
Yeah, every wrestler pretty much had a catchphrase.
Well, you already know why Tony Khan gave her that belt, so that way he wouldn't be a dick and say, "Oh, I'm not racist" or something, because he still kind of banged after what Cedra's wife talked about him in a certain podcast when she left the company, you know. Big Swole.
I remember hearing about that, and they said Tony Khan even addressed why he released Big Swole, saying that, "Oh, I wasn't a fan of her wrestling."
So, I think she must have like really whatever bad terms that Big Swole and Tony Khan had, she kind of like laid it out on him.
Yeah.
And probably made Tony Khan to put Jade Cargill over.
Yeah.
Now, as for Jade Cargill coming into AEW, they didn't book her right. They did not plant the seeds with her.
Mm-hmm.
For her to have a tag team, feud, teaming up with Shaq to go against Red Velvet and Cody, that did not look like a storyline because honestly,
no, it was not.
She teamed up with a tag team partner that she did not know anything about him. Yeah. I mean, yeah, she heard of him.
Yeah, because he's a famous basketball player. I'm pretty sure she was a basketball fan because she used to play when she was in high school.
Yeah, she played basketball.
And you know her town?
Yeah, she played basketball.
Her town, Vero Beach, Florida, is actually not far away from me.
But the problem is that the thing is, Miguel, they didn't book her right. They didn't put her and say, oh, she dated Shaq, or they trained together, or they're relatives. They failed to do that booking, to plant that seed, to try to make the story look well. And it just didn't make no sense at all. And honestly, by the end of the day, Shaq didn't even sell the table.
Yeah. Oh, he didn't. Bro, Cody Rhodes didn't even sell his power bomb. So you're telling me if I get power bombed by a 7-foot monster, I can automatically get back up? And Jade Cargill and Red Velvet were not doing good in that match. That match was not even all that good. And a lot of people say that that's the biggest match in Red Velvet's career.
She could have had a big match with Ruby Soho, but Ruby Soho commented about it that she was trying to help Jade Cargill and try to work with her.
Yeah.
And honestly, Ruby Soho is not a sorry athlete, dude. She can fight. No, she's a pro wrestler.
She wrestles better than Red Velvet.
But the problem, at that time, for the TBS belt, I think people were pulling for Ruby Soho to definitely have that belt. But since Tony Khan was having this controversy, he picked her instead,
Here's another comment.
And second of all, yeah, hit the comment.
I'm afraid it's going to be spring and it will too late. So see you tomorrow afternoon after lunch. All right, man. Thanks for dropping by, Hassan Terrell. Great having you on the screen, and I hope you subscribe. I got 154 now, so I thank you for that, man. Well, have a good day, bro. Yeah, he's probably in
enjoy your spring.
He's probably in another country right now.
Yeah. They remember they were rooting for Ruby Soho to be the TBS champion, but due to controversy is what made Tony Khan to reward it to Jade Cargill. So.
Yeah, well, it was a good idea to put the belt on Jade Cargill as well, because that's one of your talents that's been there since day one, so why not?
Yeah, why not? I don't mind her. I like her. But I just didn't like the reasons that Tony Khan booked her for. Number one, it was Black History Month, and second of all, you had some controversy.
Yeah.
It just looked like it was forced out of his part,
And I have a feeling that Tony
I don't mind her having been...
Knowing that the bad decisions he's made over the years, I have a feeling that he's going to bring back CM Punk.
Mm-hmm. I think he will. But Ring of Honor is not the solution. I'm sorry, dude. What is he going to do there?
Bro.
He's been there. And honestly, Ring of Honor is not the Ring of Honor that I used to know. When I used to follow it a bit, not full timing, but
knew it.
Let me think of this, and maybe this might ring a bell to you, Miguel. Ring of Honor can be the Tuesday ECW 2.0.
I think people always fell asleep on ROH. I mean, ROH was never a mainstream brand.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah.
And did you hear one of the Twitters from Lance Storm?
What did he say?
Lance Storm said to Tony Khan, he needs to dial it down on trying to promote more wrestling events because it's gonna fade on him.
Oh, yeah.
He says if you put Rampage, Dynamite can fade. Now you're putting a third company, then people are gonna lose their interest of not watching everything, because I think the point that you and I discuss about it's too much wrestling.
Yeah.
What do you think?
Way too much wrestling. And if you don't have storylines, because people know that the product is that people think in their mindsets that oh wait, look here, let's see right here. Oh wait. Well, thanks guys. I celebrate on spring on afternoon and tonight on AEW Dark Raw and 2 reviews and that's it. But I'm going to bed. Thanks guys. Oh no problem, Hassan.
Good night, Baker.
Yeah, good night.
Take
bro.
a rest, man.
Yeah, take a rest.
Get some rest.
Yep.
So yeah, getting back to too much wrestling. Okay, yeah, go ahead, going back with that.
Too much wrestling. You just need storylines. You need to give people a reason why they need to watch this match.
Yep, and it's not really happening as it is, you know.
No.
And Landstorm has a good point. There's too much wrestling, and people are not keeping up of watching all the programs, or they're not getting very stable, you know.
Yep.
That's one of my reasons why I don't watch NXT. Not because I'm not interested in it, but it is too much wrestling, and I'm not gonna go out of my way. Oh yeah, I'm gonna watch NXT. No.
Braun Breaker.
NXT Black and Gold is dead.
Yeah. Okay. True, but
and please,
Braun
Breaker. You think he's gonna make an appearance after WrestleMania, the main roster? What do you think?
Possibly.
What do you predict?
I'm hearing rumors about that. I'm hearing that he's gonna lose the belt to Carmelo Hayes.
I think so. It seems like, because I feel like that feud might be ending, you know?
Yeah, and I heard that once he loses the belt to Carmelo Hayes, they want to put him on well, if they're going to put him on the main roster, put him on Raw. Don't put him on SmackDown.
Yeah, because SmackDown's a little crowded right now.
Way too crowded.
And I feel like, they need to finish. I would hope that Braun Breaker finishes up the story and ready to go to the main roster.
Yep.
Yeah.
Agreed. Man.
And if he feels like he wants to pound somebody, go pound on Cody. He's the main face right now of Raw.
And honestly, I think Braun Breaker
start a feud with him
can be a better face of the product than Cody Rhodes can. Bro, if you watch him in NXT, he's actually really good.
No, he is good. I've served some clips with him too.
And I think his promos, he gets the crowd hyped up. Like, he's kind of doing like what his dad Rick used to do, that ooh, 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 ooh. Like, he's getting it over. Yeah. And his storylines, his rivalries, they've all been good.
Honestly, I think Braun Breaker, if he's going to put himself over, he should definitely keep the tradition as a Steiner. I know that the Steiner last name's not going to be brought up, but at least keep the tradition, to act as a Steiner, because that's what you are. You're a Steiner,
Yeah. Yep, a Steiner. He is a Steiner.
So for Raw, let's see what can we expect, and what we expect on Dynamite and SmackDown, and of course Impact. But yes, I need you to watch the reunion of Vladimir Kozlov and Santino. Like he says, don't mention the name. Not a trademark anymore. You better get back to me in the next chat on that one, Miguel.
All right, man. Well, I guess you're gonna head out.
Yeah, I'm gonna head out. I gotta turn in tomorrow. I gotta be an early shift tomorrow, and even though it's still raining, I can still see it out there.
Yeah, it's actually raining over here in Florida as well.
But the next chat, don't talk about it.
All right.
It's not a trademark no more.
All right, man. Well, good talking.
Get ready to laugh on that one.
Yeah, I'm gonna get ready to laugh.
All right, man.
All right, then, man. But check out my video I sent you. When you get
all right, yeah, I'm gonna look at it because I got it set right here on my screen.
All right, man. Well, have a good
all right,
night,
man. Get some rest and stay up, man.
You too, man. All right. All right, people. Well, I hope you enjoyed this whole podcast and this whole WWE talk. And this is the first time I ever done 2K23 on my live stream, and I played a few games on it. So I hope you enjoy this video. If you want to talk about wrestling or basketball or football or baseball with us, this is the channel for you. So we'll catch you guys with the next video, and good fight, good night.